Hi, I'm Fynnion, and this is Once Upon a Baby Animatronic.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Hello, and welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Baby Killer series, where today we take on the latest killer on the roster, the Animatronic, also known as Springtrap. Deep within the Freddy Fazbear's pizzeria, William Afton ran from the ghosts of his victims. He frantically put on his beloved Spring Bonnie costume, the disguise he had used for his crimes to hide from the spirits that pursued him. But fate had different plans. Something somehow activated the spring locks within the costume. Metal clamped against metal, piercing the murderer and trapping him in his own costume. He screamed, and the checkerboard floor rose up to meet him, and everything went black. Springtrap was born from the death of a murderer. He awoke to a familiar sound, his body now a pillar of agony. The tormenting ghosts had gone. The walls were decomposing, the floor falling away in moldy patches. How long had it been? The urge to kill lingered, a thirst long left unquenched. Children's laughter rang through his ears, and he rose to his feet, adjusting to his new body, and marched towards the kitchens where he heard the sound. He picked up speed as walking turned to running, and rushed to the kitchen, and found nothing. No children, no games, no laughter. Just a swirling mass of black fog enveloping the wall. He examined him. Curiosity tightened its grip. As he stared into the darkness, his eyes could see shapes emerging. Who were they? Didn't matter. They were victims now. Somehow, he knew the hunt could go on forever. All he had to do was step into the fog. And that is how the animatronic Springtrap, William Afton, joined our roster of killers in the entity's realm. He has a couple of very cool cosmetics that mean a lot. You have the yellow rabbit, which I believe is from the latest movie, where the cupcake, I believe, bites him here, which activates the spring lock system, and so he dies at the end of the movie, I think, but in this version he gets taken right before his death. Then you have Glitch Trap, which is a imagination of what Springtrap looks like, made into flesh by the entity. You have Clown Springtrap, which, as far as I understand it, is the entity dressing him up to show him that he's powerless against it, or something. I mean, as the fog settled, he felt himself take on a form he did not recognize. So yeah, the entity showed him, I can change you. And then you have Toxic Springtrap, which is just like a glowing pink one, which looks very, very disgusting. And the story behind this one, I have no idea. But I'm not planning to buy any cosmetics on him just yet. But without further ado, let us get into the attributes, teachable perks, and power. The animatronic moves at the 4.4 meters per second movement speed, 110% of a survivor's base running speed, has a slightly smaller tear radius than the standard of 24 meters, and is of average height. The animatronic's first teachable perk is Help Wanted. When a generator is damaged by the damage generator action, the generator becomes compromised, and only one generator can be compromised at a time. Once the compromised generator is completed, the killer will benefit from the following effect for 40, 50, or 60 seconds. The effect increases the recovery speed of successful basic attacks by 25%. Now, this is a compromised generator perk. We had one of those with, I believe, the Singularity, which gave you movement speed as soon as the generator was completed. I'll check that in a second. The animatronic's second teachable perk is Phantom Fear. Now, whenever a survivor within the killer's terror radius looks at the killer, they scream and reveal their aura for 2 seconds. And this perk has a cooldown of 80, 70, or 60 seconds, depending on the level of the perk. The animatronic's third teachable perk is Haywire. When a survivor stops opening an exit gate after accumulating at least 80% progression towards being opened, Haywire causes it to regress. And it regresses at a rate of 80, 90, or 100% of the normal gate opening speed, depending on the level of the perk. And this additionally causes the survivors to be able to see the lights above the switch flickering randomly, so they know that it's happening. Those are the 3 teachable perks for the animatronic, and I want to real quickly check the Singularity, because I do believe, yes, they had this with haste. I remembered correctly. Now, with that out of the way, let's get over into Springtrap's power. The animatronic's power is called Fazbear's Fright. This comes with a special ability and a special map feature, and I will go over the special ability first. The special ability is Fire Axe. The animatronic will be armed with a Fire Axe from the start of the trial, and can hold the power button to initiate Ready Aim. Pressing the attack button will throw the Fire Axe, or releasing the power button will cancel the aim. Now, once the Fire Axe hits its target, it embeds itself and applies various effects depending on its target, and until it is dislodged again. When the axe hits the environment, it will create an area of effect of 2 meters around it, which will give Killer Instinct to the killer if a survivor walks through it for the first few seconds, I believe. But if the axe hits a survivor, it will inflict that survivor with the Broken and Oblivious status effect, and can lead to a special interaction, which will allow the animatronic to rip the axe out of the back of the survivor if he gets close enough, and immediately put the survivor on their shoulder. This is sort of the same interaction as a tombstone on Myers would have, that if he gets close enough, he can press the kill button and it will instantly perform the Mori. This is if a survivor has the axe in their back, you can press the button, you will rip the axe out and put the survivor on your shoulder immediately. No downing and picking up, just instantly on the shoulder. However, survivors can rip the axe out of themselves through a interaction they can do while running, much like shooing away the crows against an artist. But if they try to vault something, this timer will reset. Additionally, when the Fire Axe is in the possession of the animatronic, he moves at his 4.4 meter movement speed. But if the Fire Axe is embedded in the environment or in a survivor, so not in the Springtrap's inventory, so to say, he will walk at 4.6 meters per second. This axe can also do one additional thing, which I will explain once we've also explained the special map feature. Now, upon spawning into the trial, 7 security doors are spawned randomly throughout the map, and these doors can be accessed by both survivors and the animatronic. Now, the animatronic can go through these doors, and it will grant him the undetectable status effect as soon as he enters, and it will linger for 20 seconds after he exits a security door. But this effect is cancelled if a survivor is using camera view reveals the animatronic. What is that? Well, survivors can access these security doors in two ways. They have the special interaction camera view. Now each security door has a camera attached to the top of it, and interacting with that door will give the survivors access to these cameras, allowing them to cycle through and eventually also choosing to travel through a security door to the one they're currently looking through. If the survivors have the camera active and look in the direction of the animatronic and the animatronic is close enough, they can reveal the animatronic's aura in white to all survivors, even through walls. Now this is indicated by a sort of static effect, I believe, and this aura is white, but it will not go through blindness. So if a survivor is blinded by a perk like Mindbreaker or Fearmonger, whichever one you prefer to call it, the survivors will not see this white aura. Additionally, these cameras and security doors have a battery, so using them too often will deplete them, forcing survivors to wait until the system reboots. The animatronic may travel between doors with or without battery power. Now this comes all with a special location, which is the security room. If the animatronic enters a security door, they may choose to exit from any other door in the environment. Moving to a door that is already in use by a survivor, so either a door that the survivor entered through or this door that the survivor is trying to exit through, will allow the animatronic to grab the survivor in the security room and leave the door, the security door, with the survivor on their shoulder and put them on a hook. This is additionally also made easier for the Springtrap to do, as the two doors that the survivor is interacting with will light up in yellow alongside a little sound effect, so the animatronic knows which door to go through. Now one thing I wanted to explain is how the axe can interact with the security doors. The Springtrap will be warned if a camera is looking at him, especially also because the cameras move. And by throwing the fire axe at a security door, it will disable the camera and allow the Springtrap to go on with his work undetected. And I believe it also disables that specific security door for the survivors, but that I'm not sure of right now. And that's it for the animatronic, and you can actually see William Afton's corpse in there. So he has a sort of ranged attack, which if he has it slows him down, but if he uses it, it'll get him some free injuries. The axe that he throws is very unlike Huntress's hatchets. It is much heavier, so its arc of going down to the ground is much more aggressive. So it's effective in close range, but it has a max distance that it can be thrown because it just pulls itself down to the ground very harshly. It can be thrown over objects, but it might be very unlike the Huntress's hatchet. So we'll see how it goes. I've already spent some blood points. I'm gonna make some builds and we're gonna get into our first match. Rancid Abattoir. This is the first game. And I saw survivors over there, so I'll just head over there. Control is actually how you travel through, that's interesting. Oh, that's fast. I kid you not, I waited about 13 minutes. Whoa. That's a weird hooking animation. I waited about 20 minutes for this match. Okay, we have our axe back. Guess that's easy enough. Because it's early in the morning and, you know, 2v8's still out.
Go on. Scream.
I completely lost him. No idea where he went. Let's go for Michaela then. Guess not. Guess I'll take the Dwight. And he disconnects, okay. Okay, that was me being revealed. I think the camera ran out of battery though. I can't see anything through the corn. What the hell, I'm so confused. Yeah, this red line you're seeing is not normally there. I have an add-on on that lets me see the starting trajectory, I think. I'm following scratch marks. That's awesome. Peekaboo, bro. Friends till the end value. Let's go to that one. She's not taking it out. Now she is. Still got it. I'm not sure if the second add-on I put on was actually the add-on that made... that makes it take longer for them to take it out. Okay, Jane, you really need to stop hiding like that. Can we get in range? Oh, she missed the pallet. Okay, Meg. It's just bots now. Where? There she is. Oh, she wasn't exposed anymore. Took me too long. Okay, reclaim the axe. There? Yeah. Okay. You get up.
So fun.
Not bad for our first game. Midwich. Interesting. I'll go over there, check on that gen. Oh wow. He dodged that. Should be a relatively free hit. Maybe this gen. Okay, Kate wants to be chased. Okay, somebody down below. I hope I selected the right one. So I kind of aimed away from it. They both run here? Okay, that was actually kind of close. He actually saw me? Did he have like the perfect check spot? He must have had like the perfect check spot, right? Ah, whoa. I think I have to go up to my compromised gen. Okay, let's go.
You belong here.
I'll go back up here. Fortunately, they're not on this one. Which one could they be on? That one, maybe? That door's pretty bad, though. But I think it's in the wrong room. Yeah, it is. It's right next to the gen. But it's in the wrong room. But they're not on it. I've never actually seen a gen in the stairwell here. They just healed altogether, I believe. reclaiming the axe yet.
Exquisite.
Who the hell is here? Kate? I haven't reclaimed my axe yet. I don't think I need to. No one infectious. I somehow missed that axe throw. Guess I was a little bit short.
Go on. Scream.
Yeah, they have. I don't think the axe stops them if I don't have the add-on that does it. GG's. Blood Lodge. Okay. Now, since Friends Till the End worked so well in the first game, I decided that this game I was going to go for another sort of like aura build. Unfortunately, I didn't spawn relatively close to any doors, but this should be fine. Oh. Oh, that was a bit of an overestimation. What? He went around? Yes, panic, my little man. Somebody hiding there.
Wait there.
Oh yeah, I guess we'll do a little bait. We leave. What? I didn't even see them. Yikes. Okay. How did I not see those guys with barbecue though? If they were on those gens. Not even close, I'm afraid. Oh, you're joking. Diptych, dead hard. Can't be serious.
You will see.
Somebody's on that gen as well. Oh, that his balance took like 5 years to activate. Dwight was on that gen. Yeah, Kate's back on this one. Let me get this fast, please. Interrupt their healing.
Goodbye.
Ah, if there wasn't all these pesky trees. Do it. Go in. I think she's also dead on Oak, right? Yes. No aura for Kate, I see. The jump scare is awesome. Hey, home map advantage. I really hope that I don't get bodied again, because I wait so long in these killer queues. Looks like we have another goal on our hands. Whatever. I'm not gonna chase that. Are they going inside? Looks like it. That was a dramaturgy, and it looked like she got the double speed. My frames are a bit low. Oh, that looked like it should have been a hit. already finished that. It's 2 people. What? How did that miss?
Insolent whelp.
Must have failed right here. Oh! I hit those. Oh, I hit the golem hook. Oh, that was so late, though. That was ambitious. Can she flashlight bleed me out of this? No. I heard the little pitter-patter footsteps. How close was that, though? Somehow she sees me. When in doubt, bloodlust it out, I guess. I'm pretty sure I hooked the Nancy once. Thank you. This was still very stressful of a match. I don't know. Killer matches feel so stressful lately. Toba. Not sure I like this one. But we did spawn right next to a door. That could be good. They all spawned kind of split. I guess we'll go for this one. Relatively quick down, that's good. I swear, I've been getting destroyed every game. So I just wanted to kind of try something different. Now we saw two survivors heading to that gen before. So we might as well go check up on it. Sprint burst on Ada. She makes that. I mean, it's something, at least. And we had Kate right here. She might still be. But I'm just gonna go there. No one. think you should have thrown that.
Insolent whelp.
Oh, it hit the gen up there as well. Nice.
You will submit.
Pretty good so far. Ah, that was a bad miss, unfortunately. Okay. It's actually good that she got it out just before, so otherwise I wouldn't have searched this. That's a grab. Gotten a couple of those.
You belong here.
We can go check on the on that one. Oh, there was a second person up there. Okay, well. Let's see if we can maybe get there fast enough with this. Might not expect me to follow immediately. Oh, unfortunately, I think they did. I'm not sure if Kate hit second stage, actually. Doesn't matter, I think we can hunt down the Sable here. There you are.
It's a Fazbear special.
Okay. We perfectly made it to Prestige 3 off of that last game. And now it's time to go for the Adept achievement, the Adept challenge. And this is one that I'm not too much looking forward to. Because of his perks. The only true perk that we might get a use out of is probably Phantom Fear. Very situational. And maybe a little bit out of Help Wanted, but, you know, that's not 100% sure. Haywire is probably not going to do anything. Ideally, we don't want Haywire to do anything because we don't want it to get to that point where it needs to do something. Right? So for add-ons, I was thinking of running this, which we ran in our last game. It'll decrease our stealth, but it'll let us see which generators have a lot of process. It'll give us some info. And I'm not sure what else I could go for. I was thinking of either going this to counteract this, but it'll still, the undetectable will go away very quick. So I thought maybe the streamers, so we could go through the doors faster, just like we had on this build, and see where that takes us. I hope we get it in one game. I'm thinking it might take a few more than that, so let's see how it goes. And I'm gonna try my best not to get tilted. But it's first time for a 10-minute queue. Okay, family residence. Unfortunately, a rather large map.
I will find you.
I hope they're not in that corner, so I'm just gonna go over to that gen immediately. There's somebody. Oh, what? I had the prompt to grab it. Okay, that was decently fast. They unfortunately have a couple of really good windows in main here. Oh, she already went second stage. It's actually pretty good. Okay, I think we recall the X on this. They unhooked the Kate. Okay, I guess this is how the Adept's gonna happen. You know, I guess they brought a luck offering just so they could go second stage immediately. It's something. She doesn't want to be unhooked, you don't have to. Go pick up the Vittorio. I guess we just go for this. I don't need the Mori. Well. That's merciless victory. I guess that's it for the animatronic. And we'll move over into the tier list. Okay, here we are in the tier list. Just the same as it was 2 days ago when I finished the ghoul. Yeah, the animatronic. The animatronic. Five Nights at Freddy's. The long anticipated chapter that everybody wanted on DVD. And I'm going to give the Springtrap a very honest ranking. Right there. Occasionally fun, dead center. Because for me, okay, here's the thing, right? If I hadn't read through the ability, I would never know that I was slower while carrying the axe, right? I would always think that I'm 4.4. But he's only 4.4 if he's carrying the axe. If he doesn't have the axe, he's 4.6. I would like it if you didn't have the axe, you would have the little haste effect, which shows you that you're now 4.6, right? Which is a 5% haste, right? That would be cool, you know, because that would give a visual indication of like, yeah, you're moving faster now because you don't have the axe in your inventory. The doors, I like the doors in terms of map pressure. I think there was 1 or 2 games where I really was able to use them to get around the map and pressure everywhere. They are a neat feature. Very unfortunately, though, survivors barely use it. Which I find unfortunate since there's an achievement tied to it. I think across this I got 5, maybe 5 or 6. I'm not quite sure. I can actually check if we want to. I can check. Oh, I got 9. Okay, I somehow got 9. Yeah, somehow got 9. So getting those to 25 might take a while for that achievement, but yeah, the Adept Challenge, it happened very easily. Thank God, because I don't think the perks would have done much. His perks, I really think the only good one is Phantom Fear, because it does something on its own. It's reliant on itself. I think the Help Wanted is usable if you tie it to other gen kicking perks, you know. But then again, if you're using it with like Pop, then you regress the gen that you technically want to be completed. Yeah, and I think the effect for what it doesn't last long enough. In terms of fun, I'm very split on it, which is why he's dead center of the tier list. You know, I had some games in the absolute bottom, and I've had some games where I felt like on top. So he's very mixed for me. It probably has to do with having to learn him quite a bit still. There's a lot of nuance to how his axe is used, how it flies. Definitely got a lot of game knowledge needed to properly use the doors, going to where you need to go. And sometimes I'm just not on top of my game. Sometimes the survivors play in a way I don't expect, and they don't do the usual thing I would expect them to do, and then I use the doors and I go to absolutely nowhere. So that's why for now he'll be dead center of the list. I'm thinking maybe if I practice him more, that I will maybe be able to get him up there. But for now, that's where he's going to be. And yeah, let's head back into the game. Alright. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching this episode of the Baby Killer series with the animatronic. Our 40th killer, if I'm correct. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40th killer. Which is where the series ends for now. Until, what was it, end of November, which is about 2 months? Yeah, it's 2 months away when we will get the next original killer. Which I hope is a good, fun killer. Stay up to date by subscribing to my channel. I don't... Okay. I'm gonna start that over. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with my uploads and when the next killer comes out. And for a challenge that I will be doing now that I have all the killers on Prestige 3 or higher. A little teaser to it. It's gonna be a streak challenge. And yeah, if you haven't already, check out the playlist as well of this series if you haven't, where you can go 4 years back in time to when I started playing DVD with the Trapper. Well, when I started playing the killer set of DVD with the Trapper. And follow my journey along as we go through all these killers, through many hardships and difficulties, with some of them, some fun and easy times with others. And, you know, play along with me until until this point, where 4 years have pretty much passed, and this game is in a state that you wouldn't believe if you played it back then. You know, some things good, some things bad, as it always is. But without further ado, like the video, because it'll help the algorithm, it would help me out. I would very much appreciate it. But with that all being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.